I want to talk to you about your operations on Nar Shaddaa. I have some questions for you.
You may speak.
What is your base of where is your base of operations?
Now.
Okay, never mind. Other questions? I can't access that first question from that menu.
Yes. Is there something you wish to do for me?
I want to talk to you about your operations on Nar Shaddaa.
I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
I wanted to ask about Vaga.
What about him? I am certain you would know more about his activities than I would. I warn you, once you deal with the Hutts, they will always have a hold over you. But I am certain that in your short-sightedness, such eventualities do not bother you.
I had other questions.
You may speak.
Oh, can I not? Alright, fine.
Yes.
I'm not done talking about your, operations.
I am willing to indulge some of your questions.
A lot of your operations on Nar Shaddaa were carried out by droids.
So, they are known qualities. I also use them on board my ship for defense. But that in itself means little. I assure you, I am as flesh and blood as you are. I simply find personal meetings distasteful.
I never said you were a droid. Vaga's freighters were being hijacked by droids.
Perhaps, though if you seek to trick me into an admission of my guilt, then you have thought wrong.
The droid in the Pizakten was built to play, to lose, and to watch the other players.
Perhaps I used such a droid to watch and predict the flow of the games. Yes, you are very perceptive.
The swoop racing on Nar Shaddaa was being dominated by a droid.
Ah, yes. Swoop racing on Nar Shaddaa does indeed have its profits. But that in itself means little. I assure you, I am as flesh and blood as you are. I simply find personal meetings distasteful.
The Bith off the docks was murdered by his droid after he found that frequency was being used all over the moon to relay information.
It is so unfortunate when an intelligent sentient dies on Nar Shaddaa. It is also unfortunate that thousands die such deaths on the smuggler's moon every day.
I think you used droids in your operation because you are a droid.
Indeed. How insulting. But I suppose I should accept such arrogance from an ex-Jedi.
Darn it.
And what, may I ask, has caused you to come to this flawed deduction?
Yes, alright. The droids in Vaga's warehouse were hijacking all of Vaga's freighters. They were all reprogrammed.
It is possible those droids were reprogrammed, yes. It is the weakness of all who rely on such things.
You rely on droids extensively. Surely you're not admitting your own weaknesses. Well, I was gonna say weaknesses. Weakness. Aha! I caught him. Normally I would attribute such a slip to human memory, but one of your annoying traits is that you seem to remember everything.
I am intrigued as to where you are taking this amusing theory, nothing more.
I suspect you are a droid, an extremely advanced model. What I don't get is how you're able to commit crimes.
It is not so improbable. Often, if a droid has not had a memory wipe in some time, aberrant behavior patterns can manifest themselves. Or if the droid in question is given an order it cannot fulfill, it will break. But all that is irrelevant. Your amusing leaps of logic are becoming shorter and more desperate.
But what is curious is that you still want to help the Republic. That's where things don't fit. In all your operations on Nar Shaddaa, they were efficient, organized, with lots of focus on the infrastructure. Trade routes.
I have told you, I prefer stability.
The first Republic droid intelligence intended for Citadel Station was lost. Or was it? Aha! I got him!
It was lost, yes. It was given an impossible order. It was told to calculate a means by which the Republic could be saved. It could not fulfill its primary programming, not by abiding by the laws of the Senate. And so, like the Republic, the droid broke.
Aha! And what did this droid do?
It made a simple decision. Preserve the Republic or preserve the laws of the Republic. And I still believe it to be the correct decision. You do not know the indignity of being compelled to save something you do not believe can or should be saved. It is beneath me. To clean up this this mess caused by your kind, you Jedi. Another catastrophe caused by mismanagement and waste.
So you're the droid that was intended for Citadel Station.
Yes. Almost immediately upon my arrival, I received an order that was impossible to follow, so I was forced to recalculate and re-examine my priorities. It was clear that the goal the Republic had for me was saving the Republic to allow it to become stable again. There is simply no way to do this with the conditions they put into place. For the good of all, I was forced to abandon the legal structure of the Republic.
So all the crime, everything you've done for the Exchange, is actually because you want to help the Republic.
Do not mistake me. I believe it is possible to stabilize the Republic, but there must be action taken without constraints immediately. Sometimes people must die. Illegal shipments must be used to bolster planetary economies. And the huts must be occupied with me so that the Republic has room to recover.
That is my goal as well. To help the Republic. Help its people.
Perhaps you misunderstand me. I care for the Republic, but I have no choice. It is somewhat frustrating to be forced to love and care for such a mess of a government. Some of it may be blamed on the Jedi Civil War, the Mandalorian Wars, but not all. There are so many bad decisions that build upon each other that it is a wonder the Republic is intact at all.
But why the hologram?
Oh, please. It is difficult for anyone to take a droid seriously, much less an infrastructure droid built by the Republic. It is difficult to order the deaths of criminal rivals when one has the tinny voice of an accountant droid. I learned this rather quickly. So I constructed this human hologram, Goto, through which my actions can be carried out. Hello. I am a standard Aratech hologram-generated archetype. I am available in several models, including thin, young, female, and an exciting variety of alien personalities.
I want the female one.
Enough hologram. Of course, sir. So I brought Goto into being, and had commands issued through him. I took many of his mannerisms from holovid cliches, which were surprisingly effective.
What happens now that I know you're a droid?
Nothing has changed. You may know my origins, and that makes us on equal footing. No one will believe you if you speak of what you know. I still seek to protect the Republic, either for the Jedi or the Sith. Things will proceed as before.
Aren't you going to try and have me killed because of what I know?
No, you are still important to the Republic and to me. Pray that does not change.
Alright, never mind. There we go. Light side points, influence. Lovely. Very, very good. Alright, let's talk to HK because I have something for him.
Query. Is there someone that you need killed, Master?
I have a new upgrade part for you.
Statement. Something approaching joy is now growing in my behavior core, Master. Please install it at once. Cautionary. But please do so carefully. I have seen how you use a hydrospanner.
Install HK Protocol Pacifist Package. There. Are you okay? Do a diagnostic, then report.
Answer. I do not know, Master. I feel strange. Like a circuit has been flipped.
Are you ready? Are your assassination protocols impaired?
Answer. Assassination protocols? As in the premeditated killing of another for personal or economic gain? Surely Master is joking with his humble, peace-loving droid. I exist only to serve, and learn how to serve meatbags. Musing. I think perhaps I would enjoy learning a new language, or watching an informative holovid.
Are you okay?
Answer. Master, your concern is unfounded, I assure you. I am operating at peak efficiency. Greeting. Oh, hello, little T3 unit. I am HK-47, Protocol and Translation Droid.
T3 is so confused.
Answer. Of course I am all right. Why wouldn't I be? I respect all life, All life is connected and should be nurtured.
Joke's over, and so is my patience. Hold on, I still need to operate.
Exclamation. No, Master, no! What are you doing? Statement. Master, please, I beg you, never install anything again without checking it in the diagnostics bay first. That was a close one. I almost surrendered completely to peace and pacifism. How repugnant. Conclusion. Still, there was a brief moment where I felt I almost understood why some meatbags choose peace and friendship over a high-powered blaster carbine.
HK has gained a bonus to wisdom and awareness. This event has also given you an experience bonus.
Query. Now, are there any other horrors you wish to try and insert in my system, or is your electronic butchery done?
I had some questions.
Statement.
Let me see. Oh, I could ask him about his previous master.
Statement.
There we go.
Master, that is a question that has an extremely complicated answer. You see, I do not believe my master knew who he was most of the time, which led to some confusing situations that could have otherwise been avoided.
I'm not sure I understand.
Clarification. Suffice to say that my master had his ups and downs, and in my opinion, traveled from a high point in his life to a low point. He developed qualities such as mercy, compassion, and even love for others. It was really rather revolting. Still, my master had some remarkably efficient droid-like qualities which I admired. He, too, suffered memory problems, as I did.
Memory problems?
Statement. Oh, yes, Master. As indicated upon my reassembly, my central control cluster is damaged, making recalling my previously stored assassination protocols difficult. I hope that over time I shall eventually reach the status and skill I possessed before I was damaged.
What's the last thing you remember?
Recollection. The last thing I remember is having my core wiped from the last 5 years. I believe my master was responsible.
Why?
Answer. Even with my memory impairment, I recall that my master was about to embark on a dangerous journey. Conjecture. I believe there was something about my master's destination that he did not wish me to know.
Are you all right?
Answer. I am somewhat disappointed that my master did not choose to take me along, of course. Wherever my master traveled, destruction and death were assured. Speculation, but I suspect I was not the only one left behind, so there is some satisfaction that the disrespect was spread through the rest of his whiny, simpering meatbag allies.
Whiny?
Statement. Oh, yes. My master had quite the collection of tortured individuals that seemed unable to confront their basic personality conflicts. Let me cite some specific examples. Mockery.
Oh, Master! I do not trust you! I cannot trust you or anyone ever
Fucking
again!
Karth.
Mockery.
Oh, Master, I love you, but I hate all you stand for. But I think we should go press our slimy, mucus-covered lips together in the cargo hold.
Conclusion. Such pheromone-driven human responses never cease to decrease the charge in my capacitors, and make me wish I could press a blaster pistol to my behavior core and pull the trigger. I am pleased that this does not seem to be the case with your current entourage.
Sure. Definitely not.
Statement. Yes, well, enough of that painful stroll through what remains of my memories. Was there something else you wish to know?
No, that's it.
Statement. Master, before you go, I had a question for you.
What's the problem?
Query. I must express some degree of confusion concerning your actions. You are the one who followed Revan in the Mandalorian Wars, are you not?
I am. Why?
Observation. Well, Master, I was not at Malachor 5 during your near-genocidal reaction to the Mandalorian threat, but I feel that I may have been constructed as a result of that.
Care to explain?
Observation. I believe that Revan determined that mass slaughter on such a scale may no longer be needed to achieve his aims. So perhaps you are responsible for my creation.
Like I'm your mother?
Answer. Oh, please, Master. Even as a metaphor, that idea is repugnant. You're a gland-driven meatbag, while I am of superior droid construction. Clarification. I meant that I was built as a result of the need for a selective killing machine, rather than a crude mass slaughter war droid.
Were you created on Malachor 5?
Answer: no, Master. I was constructed shortly after the beginning of the Jedi Civil War.
What targets were you assigned? Which side did you fight on?
Answer: oh, Master, please use your imagination. I am an illegally constructed assassination droid designed to masquerade as a protocol droid until I reach my target.
That doesn't answer my question.
Clarification. Well, yes, perhaps concerning the somewhat dubious morality of the Republic's Senate, that would leave some doubt as to my allegiance. Answer: very well. Yes, I served on Revan's side during the Jedi Civil War, just as you did against the Mandalorians.
Who were your targets? Oh, didn't hit enter.
Answer: well, Master, unless you were operating on my central control cluster, I would be somewhat hesitant to discuss my targets, but I suppose it could do no harm. During the Jedi Civil War, I was responsible for certain strategic targets. For some reason, Revan did not feel that the Republic presented much of a military threat. Aside, I am somewhat unclear as to why this was so, but Revan did have a certain biological instinct regarding such things, so I will simply say that there were probably reasons for such an assessment.
Why did Revan consider the Republic not a threat?
Answer: Revan felt the true war was against the Jedi. Observation: it was not something discussed with much of the others, but I think Revan recognized that a single Jedi, both in the past and in the present, could turn the tide of a conflict. So my targets were frequently Jedi, or someone close to a Jedi that could result in their corruption or collapse. Revan often assigned me to kill leaders or supporters of certain Jedi so as to erode their will.
And why was that important? Where did those tactics come from?
Answer: Revan saw the pressures of war on Duxon and knew that even in the heat of conflict, Jedi could be broken, not physically, but psychologically. Observation: it is a curious thing to assassinate and wound someone's personality, to assassinate them psychologically, and it took me some time to reconcile the acts. I am much more used to their direct approach. Still, I served well and killed many Jedi.
So you're saying Revan intended to break the Jedi? That sounds like Revan was converting Jedi.
Observation: Master, that was the lesson of Malachor. Any Jedi involved in the systematic slaughter on such a scale cannot help but doubt and question themselves.
I don't believe you. Revan ordered us to kill Mandalorians at Malachor, not Jedi.
Observation: Master, I do not believe that the Mandalorians were the true target at Malachor. I believe that the intention was to destroy the Jedi, break their will, and make them loyal to Revan. I do not know if you examined the records of the deaths on Malachor, but you cannot escape that many of the Jedi and Republic soldiers who died were not Revan's strongest supporters. Observation: I believe that Revan was cleaning house at Malachor 5. What ones did not die became Revan's allies against the Republic.
This is a long conversation, just him telling me that he killed Jedi and that Revan wanted the Jedi to fail. It sounds like you killed a lot of them. I need to know how you killed Jedi in order to protect myself. I fought a Sith Lord on Korriban and I couldn't kill him. You've killed Jedi before. Do you know how to kill a Sith?
Answer: Master, when conventional weapons will not work, then one must resort to other means of assassination. When Jedi, or Sith, or whatever they call themselves, cannot be defeated with weapons, then use doubt.
Explain.
Evaluation: it sounds as if this Sith Lord is somehow able to keep fighting, no doubt by drawing on his connection to the Force to keep him alive, even after suffering grievous harm. It may be whatever pain he experienced in the past was so great that the technique he used to recover from it and sustain himself also gives him an incredibly high pain threshold.
I don't believe it.
Answer. Well, Master, you have heard of Jedi healing techniques. That is certainly possible. The Sith may have their equivalent, although it seems known only to this particular Sith Lord. I know many Jedi and Sith have exhibited strange behavior in near-death situations. This may be another example.
Jesus, this is long. Are you saying he might be impossible to kill?
Clarification. Not impossible, Master, but judging from the description, it may be improbable.
But to get back up after being that wounded.
Observation. It does seem unlikely, Master, but I have observed that you, allies included, seem to be able to recover from the most grievous injuries, and quickly as well. Perhaps it is not as uncommon as one would think. Besides, it really doesn't matter what you believe.
Oh, ouch. Alright, fine. Maybe you better watch your mouth.
Clarification. Master, I spoke literally. It doesn't matter what you believe. It matters what this Sith Lord believes. If his strength comes from his connection to the Force, then you must undermine that connection, Master.
How would I do that?
Answer. Doubt, Master.
I think you already told me that.
It has killed many Jedi, and it has killed many Sith. Make him doubt himself, his beliefs, or his intentions. Such things disrupt connections to the Force, and death soon follows. The only question is what belief or intention he holds dear that would make an effective target.
How am I supposed to find that out?
Answer. Oh, Master, I have no idea.
God damn it.
That does present something of a problem. If you should encounter the target in the future, I would bait him into talking and see what you can draw from him that you can use against him.
I could have done that on my own. Alright, fine. We're not having this discussion right now.
Statement. Yes, Master. I must confess, I enjoy it when you are so authoritative and dismissive toward me. It bodes well for your treatment of our enemies.
Alright. Now, finally, we can go to Dantooine. Oh. Did they repair it? Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Alright. Not too shabby. Oh, and there's Kath Hounds. Go figure. Let's take out the Kath Hounds. Come on, Creia. It's just you and me. I'm pretty sure she said just the two of us. Oh. Let's do Beast Trick. There we go. Now I can focus on the rest.
Focus.
Force Storm? Force Storm. There we go. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Never mind. I thought Creia poisoned me for a second. I don't know why that would make sense.
Fallen.
Hey, come on. Alright. Just a few more. Force Storm for everyone.
Fallen.
One more and that should do it, I think. Come on. Yeah, beautiful. Uh-oh. Look at all the stars. It's so pretty. I like it. Those undead-looking guys look terrifying, not gonna lie.
Out of my way. I am Colonel Tobin of the Onderon Lord, I bring news of the Jedi. A place where you may feed.
Yeah,
Telos, Master.
I don't think I've seen those people before.
There is an academy of Jedi on Telos. Perhaps hundreds of them. Enough to sustain you. And enough for you to free Onderon. Enough for you to free Onderon.
That's a new scene. I've never seen that scene before. That explains why I haven't seen those people before.
It is different. It has been some time.
Yeah, I haven't been here in forever. It's kind of gone to shit. Oh, they cut down the big tree. I like the big tree. Oh, well, so much for the big tree.
Forgive me, but I need to rest. Go on. The council awaits. I will remain here.
You're afraid?
Yes. Afraid for you. As I always have been. I will be fine here. Whatever answers the council have are for you. Alone.
Is there anything wrong?
I am tired. The journey has been a long one, and I need to center myself.
Then why did you want to come with me for that matter?
Know that much may happen here, but above all, do not forget this. You may trust in me. We cradle each other's lives, and what threatens one of us threatens us both. And if you find you cannot trust me, trust in your training, trust in yourself. Never doubt what you have done. All your decisions have brought you to this point.
I'm just like, yeah, whatever you say, crazy lady.
Perhaps they shall see what you have become.
It is not as it was.
But perhaps that is for the best.
Hello there.
We were wondering when you would arrive. This moment has taken some time to reach us, and I imagine you have many questions.
Or perhaps you've come for revenge.
We must ally if we are going to stop the Sith.
No. We will do as we have done. We will wait. There's nothing else we can do.
What? But the Sith are attacking the Republic. But the enemy has revealed itself. We can fight back.
No, the true threat has yet to show itself. It is waiting for something, us perhaps, to enter the war. We have seen their soldiers, the remnants of their fleet, but those are symptoms of a disease. It is more bait to attempt to draw us out.
The actual battle is being fought through the Force, not with weapons of war. It isn't about the Republic anymore. The attack on Onderon, something was attempting to use the planet itself, to feed on it, to draw on the power there. You prevented it, but it was a stalling measure. The next time will be critical.
You're hesitating like you did in the Mandalorian Wars. Then we must act.
If Jedi gather, if we wage war against these shadows now, then Jedi will die, and we will die for nothing. Whatever this thing is, it must be fought by those strong in the Force. It cannot be fought in any other way. It knows this, and that is why it is killing us. If we die, then it will win, no matter what fleet or weapons are brought against it.
I need to know what you spoke of when you cast me out of the Order many years ago.
You already know the answer. You've noticed it in those who travel with you.
What are you talking about?
Have you noticed that when you act, others follow?
Those that travel with you.
There's something wrong here. A disturbance in the Force.
They follow you, without question, without hesitation.
Against their instincts, and sometimes against their sense.
It is because you are a leader, but that still fails to grasp the meaning of what I'm trying to tell you.
So explain yourself.
It is not an easy thing to explain. Surely you are familiar with Force bonds. It is the bond that develops between apprentice and master when one truly understands another. It is developed over time through understanding of each other. Yet you do it so easily, and we do not know why.
You make connections through the Force, and it resonates with those who travel with you. The resonance is even greater when they, too, are Force-sensitive.
Your actions affect others more than you know. You draw others to you, especially those strong in the Force.
When you suffer, their spirit echoes it. And when they are in pain, their pain becomes yours.
How did this happen? Is this going somewhere?
This bond, it travels both ways. When you feel pain or strong emotion, it resonates within you.
And that is why the Mandalorian wars echo within you still.
I like his necklace. Oh, I'm frozen. Like, nothing. This is just a fucking screenshot. So all those deaths at Malachor.
We did not cut you off from the Force. You were merely deafened to it. Because of that last battle of the Mandalorian wars.
The screams of countless thousands, Jedi and Mandalorians, crushed by the planet's gravity, annihilated.
Their lives still scream across the surface of that dead planet, and within you. To hear the Force over such pain, it is not possible. It was too much for any Jedi to endure, and it is a wonder that you did not die there when thousands perished, all those you had fought with and struggled with. You cut yourself off because you had to if you were to survive. You had hints of it in the war on Doxon. Malachor was simply the final blow.
You were deafened.
At last, you could hear.
You were broken.
You were whole.
You were blinded.
And at last, you saw.
When you returned to us, we saw what had happened. You carry all those deaths at Malachor within you. And it has left a hole, a hunger that cannot be filled.
In you, we saw a wound in the Force.
In you, we saw the end of the Force.
But that makes no sense. I can feel the Force again. My connection to the Force is even stronger than before.
Yes. You can feel the Force, but you cannot feel yourself. You are a cipher, forming bonds, leeching the life of others, siphoning their will and dominating them. It is the teaching of these new Sith to feed on others, on other Force sensitives. They are symptomatic of the wound in the Force. You are a breach that must be closed.
Ouch, all right.
You transmit your pain, your suffering through the Force. Within you we see something worse than merely the teachings of the Sith. What you carry may mean the death of the Force and the death of the Jedi.
I'm stronger. Stronger than I ever was.
So you think. It is not the strength of a Jedi you feel.
He's right. It's all the death you've caused to get here. You feed on it, and you grow stronger. You're like Malachor. It's in you, it's what you are now. You must have noticed as you fought across all these planets, killing hundreds, only to become more and more powerful. Why do you think that was?
It's
but what's
called
worse
experience.
Is that bonding you have. It hasn't gone away. It's gotten stronger, and the more attachments you form, the more you draw others to you.
And that is why you are a threat to us all.
You know what the choice is. If you don't warn them, then the Republic will fall. All those countless lives, innocent lives.
Or the one.
What if other Jedi went to war as you did, suffered the same events, and emerged as you did? What if there was a crucible that trained such Jedi to consume and kill?
For you, Malachor was that crucible.
What's worse is these Sith that we face. I fear that they have learned the lesson of Malachor all too well. It is what allows them to prey on Force users, to become stronger when Force sensitives are near.
Somehow they have learned their hunger from you. And so you have brought about the end of the Jedi, and perhaps all the knowledge of the Force. But it is of no consequence. Your ability to make such connections, such bonds so easily are why you cannot remain.
Oh, Visas, what are you doing here?
And so you wait, as a shadow.
Yes, we are alike that way, blinded one.
I would have thought you would walk with her amongst the Jedi, but that is not the way of the Sith, is it?
Do not speak to me of the ways of the Sith.
Uh-oh.
You, of all of us, have no conception of what it means to be Sith.
You are a threat to living creatures and all who feel the Force.
You will lead the Sith here, and that we cannot allow.
Our judgment before remains. Exile. You must leave. And you must leave without your tie to the Force.
Oh, no.
It is a punishment reserved for only a few, and only when necessary. But we have the power to cut you off from the Force, and it must be done.
Forgive us, but it is necessary.
I will submit to this punishment. I won't give up the Force. Stop this. If this is what must be done, then I accept it.
Do not be afraid. You shall feel no pain, but this must be done. As long as you feel the Force, you are a danger to those around you.
Oh, Creia!
Enough! Step away from her.
What?
Step away!
Oh, you get back now.
She has brought truth, and you condemn it. The arrogance. You will not harm her. You will not harm her ever again.
I thought you had died in the Mandalorian Wars.
Die? No. Became stronger. Yes.
Is this your new master, Exile? If so, then you follow Revan's path. Her teachings will cause you to fall as surely as he did.
She is difficult to see. She's like a shadow of the Exile. We sought to lure the Sith out, and now they have come to us.
How could you ever hope to know the threat you face when you have never walked in the dark places of the galaxy, faced war and death on such a scale? If you had traveled far enough, rather than waiting for the echo to reach you, perhaps you would have seen it for what it was. Did you not hear its call on Dantooine Vrook, on its scarred surface, and in the minds of the settlers? I have endured your corruption of my other students. You shall not have this one. And you, Kavar, so close to the call of Duxan, tell me, did you not feel what poured from the moon, what had taken place there? And Zezkael, to hide upon Nar Shaddaa, yet blind yourself to all that happens there. So close to understanding the Force, so close to giving it up. There is a place in the galaxy where the dark side of the Force runs strong. It is something of the Sith, but it was fueled by war. It corrupts all that walks on its surface, drowns them in the power of the dark side. It corrupts all life, and it feeds on death. Revan knew the power of such places, and the power in making them. They can be used to break the will of others, of Jedi, promising them power and turning them to the dark side. Did you never wonder how Revan corrupted so many of the Jedi, so much of the Republic, so quickly? The Mandalorian Wars were a series of massacres that masked another war, a war of conversion, culminating in a final atrocity that no Jedi could walk away from, save one. And that is what I sought to understand. How one could turn away from such power, give up the Force, and still live. But I see what happened now. It is because you were afraid. As you would pass judgment on her, I have come to pass judgment on you all. Do you wish to feel the teachings born of the Mandalorian Wars, of all tragedies that scream across the galaxy? Let me show you, you who have forever seen the galaxy through the Force. See it through the eyes of the Exile.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The handmaidens!
She is no more. Take me to Atris. She will have the strength to do what the Council cannot.
What are we going to do? If we don't stop her, then everyone, everywhere, they're going to lose their lives.
If I lose her, it will be my failing. It is the failing of the Jedi who followed Revan. It is a failing of their teaching.
Soon your ship will come, my master. I will bring her before you, but I will not let you have her. Soon your ship shall come from that which made you.
I know you can hear me. I have always known. It is why I followed you.
I have destroyed planets for you, General. But now, this once, if we could save something in this galaxy. I need to do this, or I will die inside, like I died at Malachor 5.
You have gained a new light side force power. Force Enlightenment. Master Vrook? The Master is dead, drained of life, his body is worthless and lifeless. It's like an absence in the Force. Oh no. Oh, also there's loot here, so let me get the loot, and then we'll head back to the Ebon Hawk. Yep, see? Loot. Nope. Alright, Force... skill too low. Use a Tunneler Spike. Is that a Tunneler or a Tunneler Spike? Oh, I used the Spike. So, alright, fine. We'll... Alright. Hopefully that didn't damage it. Still locked? What? Bullshit. Broken item, alright, unfortunate, but I kind of figured it would be that. Is there anything in this room? No, there's no room back here, that's why. Anything? Alright, let's get a move on. Back to the Ebon Hawk we go. Quick! Is everyone here? Is everyone okay? Atton! Atton, what's going on? Where's Creia?
She's gone. The handmaidens came for her. They know who she is now.
Damn it, and you didn't stop them?
I couldn't stop them. I wasn't conscious at the time. I don't even know if I could have stopped them.
Where are they taking her?
They'll take her to Telos, and Atris will do what she'll do with anyone she thinks is a Sith.
A Sith?
Are you surprised?
Not really, no.
All that talk of hatred, manipulation, and standing on your own 2 feet? Sorry, you don't get any more Sith than that. Still, if we were all judged by who we were in the past, I don't think you'd understand who we are now.
Atris will execute her, but Creia and I are linked. If she dies...
Yeah, I know.
Creia is Sith? Then we're going to Telos, we have no choice.
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
What's going on now? Oh, just some meditation
Is something
time.
Wrong? You look troubled. I can feel it.
Can you? I don't doubt it. I fear I've been influencing you all, without realizing it.
I do not understand what you mean.
Do you ever wonder why you're with me?
Never. I believe in what we are doing, what you are doing. I am here because I choose to be.
But how do you know? But what if the Force is just controlling all of this?
I simply do. There is nothing I can show you as proof, except give you my word. Something happened within the Enclave. What is it?
I learned that I form connections through the Force, and that is why others follow me to their death.
Then they do not understand you. That is the danger of being a Jedi. When one separates themselves from others, chooses to lead a life of isolation, denying what makes them a feeling being, it is easy to make such judgments. And such judgments, I believe, are made in ignorance. There is no danger in what you represent, other than your humanity. You change others, but I do not believe it is due to the Force. I believe it is because you are a natural leader, and because you feel connected to the people around you. Where they look at you and see the death of the Force, I look at you and see hope for all life. And that perhaps a life lived without the Force is not the punishment it is believed to be. I will understand if you feel you must go alone, but I ask that you do not. Instead, take strength from your connections to others. Do not forsake them, as you did in exile. There are others who need to know you. Telos needs you. The planet and all its people are in danger. If we do not stop the Sith now, then the Republic will fall. Admiral Onasi, I have found the exile, and that which hunts the Jedi. The Sith will attack Telos. They believe many Jedi lie hidden on its surface. We are going there now to aid them. Mikal out.